What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys, and we got some Dragon Ball Z Kakarot early leaks from Kucha about some stuff that's coming to Kakarot, guys. Before we get into that, please hit that subscribe button. Help us to reach that 100,000 subscriber mark, guys, and turn on that bell icon so you don't miss a single upload. Can we get this video to 1,000 likes, man? Like, if you watching this video, hit that like button, okay? That's all I ask, 1,000 likes. So it says here, added in DLC 2, battle against a large number of enemies. More than 100 enemies attack all at once. Image of the battle in the early stage of F of the movie version, Resurrection F. In addition to the existing special move that the player can attack in a wide range, a move to power up with. DLC and a new special move have been added. A Z combination that attacks in cooperation with support characters. There's also a technique that can wipe out enemies, such as, that's the maximum Kamehameha. A new battle has been added to this work, which tends to lose sight of enemies even in 1v2 battles with multiple opponents will be improved as expected. So you kind of got to take, and I'm gonna look at DBS Hype. He's got a little bit different translation. Because Kucha's translations are a bit difficult to understand at times. He says here, crowd battle mode added. More than 100 enemies will attack you, just like in the fight scene, Resurrection of F. Players can fight in wide area with in-game moves or newly added ones from DLC. So from the way that this sounds, new crowd battle mode. Crowd battle mode is, and this is very cool because it's something that we talked about with the survival mode. Remember that those were added into the scans on the Steam stuff. If I could find it, there it goes. They were added. Remember that they were added into this stuff. Remember, we saw in the history, we saw the whole survival thing, and everybody was talking about survival mode and stuff like that. And I do want to give Riken a shout out, because Riken was one of the very first ones in the Dragon Ball community to mention a horde or survival mode way before we ever even saw the survival tag here in the history. So this kind of confirms that that tag is legit. There is going to be a new game mode added called crowd mode. So that's very interesting. My question is this coming with the DLC? Now, I mean, is it part of the free update or is it part of DLC? From the way it sounds, it's part of DLC 2 with the crowd battle mode. Now, what I'm wondering is, will this supplement us fighting Frieza again? Like, this is gonna suck if you get into the DLC and you only fight Frieza one time. People are gonna be upset about that. But I think that we'll be able to still go back and fight Frieza, because I think what'll happen is after we beat Frieza, since we're fighting him in reference of training, I think after we beat him, Frieza's gonna say, I really like this. Let's continue doing this to get stronger, you know, or something like that. Something along those lines. But interesting that they're adding a new game mode right there. Players can fight in wide area with in-game moves or newly added ones from the DLC. So apparently it's not going to be like an open world kind of thing. It's going to be similar to fighting like Banyu and stuff in the time chamber, in the training room, where it's just this big area where you fight these enemies. I'm wondering if those scans that we saw were from this particular game mode. We'll see scans of it in the V-Jump. So I'm wondering, you know, is that what we were seeing, or is that actually a part of the fight with Frieza? You know, because in those scans it only had 50. This one is saying a 100. Okay, Z combinations is a joint attack with supportive characters. We already know that. Godspeed Fist Extreme Kamehameha can instantly sweep many enemies. We already know that as well, that the new attacks are designed to fight off crowds. We've already talked about that. Now, this one with the Z combinations is interesting because from the way it sounds is they're either adding a new Z combination attack or they're revamping it to where it attacks multiple enemies. Reason why I say that is because right here it says, in addition to the existing special move that the player can attack in a wide range, a move to power up with. Interesting. DLC, a move to power up with DLC, and a new special move have been added. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if the new special move that they're talking about is the maximum Kamehameha, but they do talk about here a Z combination that attacks in cooperation with support characters. You see what I'm saying? So why put that in there? Obviously, they've added something to the Z combo with the support characters in reference to attacking a large area of people. I don't know if they're incorporating the maximum Kamehameha and stuff like that in with it, but obviously, guys, there has been a change or an addition to the Z combination with the support characters. Hopefully, also, guys, I hope that they've buffed it. I hope that they've made Z combinations a lot more powerful, because they're not easy to come by, for one, and two, it's stupid because if I do a ultimate attack with Goku, it's going to take off a ton of damage. But in the Z combination, you have 2 to 3 characters doing their ultimate attacks, and it barely does any damage. Like, that doesn't make sense at all. So hopefully they've buffed that, but it sounds like they've added something in there with the support characters that's going to make it better. So that is super interesting. And just going over here, battle against large number of enemies, we covered that. More than 100 enemies attack all at once. That is important, guys. They attack you at once. That is super important. Why? Because if we're looking to have the tournament of power in the game in the future, this is something that needs to happen. The game needs to have the ability to have more enemies attacking at one time, all fighting together and stuff like that. So that's pretty freaking cool that they attack all at once. In addition to existing special, we have that, a Z combination attack. A new battle has been added to this work, and that's what they're talking about, this game mode here, which tends to lose sight of the enemy even in 1v2. Battles with multiple opponents will be improved as expected. So guys, it really sounds like what we're seeing is the beginning of them revamping the fighting mechanics in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. How the opponents fight you. Because like I said, take this translation here with a grain of salt, okay? Because it's very loose. Now, one thing that he did add is that they still hadn't mentioned a release date. That's really important, okay? They hadn't mentioned a release date. So for those of y'all asking, so far the V-Jump still doesn't have a release date. Now, the fact that they're releasing a new game mode, they're talking about a new game mode, which means that more than likely Bandai Namco is going to talk about that game mode as well, which means we're still a ways off, man. I mean, trailer hadn't even dropped or anything like that. This is going to be interesting. I mean, we're nearing the middle of October. We're looking at November. The issue with the November release of DLC is the fact that you have next-gen consoles coming out. So it's easy for Kakarot to get lost in the sauce, if you feel me. But it is what it is. We got some new information, a new game mode coming. No release date still as of right now. And then, like I said here, this is the one that captures my eye. New battle has been added to this work, which tends to lose sight of the enemy even in 1v2. Like, I don't understand what that means. Maybe they're making the enemies more difficult to fight. Like, they actually utilize the space that's there in the area instead of just being right there in your face. They kind of move around and stuff like that because it says even in 1v2. So whatever these changes have been made for the new game mode, they've also implemented those changes even when you're just fighting 1 versus 2 enemies and stuff like that. Battles with multiple enemies, multiple opponents will be improved as expected. So apparently, like I said, what they're doing with the fact that they're adding this new game mode where we can fight 100 enemies, basically a survival mode. There's a few things that I'm interested in that I'm going to cover in a different video, but I am going to tell you straight up what are going to be the rewards for this. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to cover this in another video later today, and we're going to talk about, actually, you know what? Yeah, we're going to cover this in another video. I'm probably going to go ahead and upload both of them. Who knows? I'm going to upload it later today. I'm going to give this one some time to get out in the ether and stuff like that. But the main question that I'm going to have in that video is what are going to be, you know what? No, I'm gonna just do it in this video since we're already talking about it. What's gonna be the rewards for this game mode? You see what I'm saying? Is there gonna be a level cap increase? I find it hard to believe that they give us a brand new game mode, but they don't give us any rewards for it that makes sense for that game mode. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna get Z-Orbs. We get those for battles. We're gonna get Zeni. Are we gonna get more D medals? Are we gonna get, what are we gonna get? Like, what are they giving us? There's obviously something else here that we're missing, guys. There's something else here with this battle mode. And like they're saying here, with this new fighting style, they basically improved the battle system. So I can't wait to see that, you know. But what is going to be the rewards for this? I mean, you defeat 100 enemies. There's got to be a reward for that. You see what I'm saying? Is there going to be meals that give us boost? Are they going to make the grind to get stronger, better? What is it going to be? Because we're already level 250. You get what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. I can't wait till the scans come out so we can break this down further, but I am going to go ahead and do a separate video on this new game mode. I just wanted to give y'all the news and update on all of this stuff, but I am going to do another video kind of diving a little bit more in depth as far as conversation, just so this video doesn't run 20-30 minutes. Okay, so please stay tuned for that. Like I said, subscribe to the channel and things like that, guys. That's all I got for right now. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.